colleagues, my order is Order 41 and 51. Mr. President, Order 41, the matter for discussion shall, if possible, be referred to the President of the Senate before commencement of the day sitting, and the President of the Senate shall refuse to allow the claim unless he is satisfied that the matter is definite and urgent. 51. Notice shall not be dispensed with in the case of a motion or in respect of any other proceeding for which notice is required, except with the consent of the President of the Senate and the general assent of the senators present. Mr. President, sir, 41 and 42. Mr. President, do I have your permission?
Distinguished colleagues, Senator Joel Onawabo had earlier informed me of a tragedy that has befallen the nation, and he requested for an opportunity to bring it up for us to discuss. I think that is the demise of our elder statesman. Am I right? So is it the view of the Senate that he be allowed to proceed? Those who support say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. You may proceed.
Thank you, Mr. President and distinguished colleagues. This motion is in respect of the demise of our senator, our father, an Iroko in Delta State and in Nigeria, Chief Edwin K. Clark, OFR, CON, 25th May 1927 to 17th February 2025. This motion is being sponsored by all the members in this from the data in the South zone of Nigeria, namely myself, Joel Onawabo Thomas, distinguished Senator, the President of the Senate, Ababio Gosulobot, Senator Ned Nwoko, Ede Dafinone, Baningo Ipalibo, Senator Yenson Allwell, Senator Piggy Barinada, Senator Etim Bassi, Senator Ekong Samson, Senator Dixon Siraki, Senator Agadaga Benson, Senator Kombowi Benson, Senator Jarigbe, Senator Jonah Eteng, Senator Asukwo Ebeyong, Senator Oshomole Adams, Senator Emaswe Neda. The Senate notes with shock the death of Edwin Clark on the 17th of February 2025 after a brief illness at the age of 97 years. Also notes that Pa Clark was born in Kabodo in the Ijo area of what is now Delta State. He attended primary and secondary schools at Efron, Okreka, and Afugbene before completing further studies at the Government Teacher Training College, which later became Delta State University, Abraka. Thereafter, Clark worked briefly as a school teacher before traveling to the United Kingdom to earn a law degree. Aware that his involvement in the political process began during the pre-independence period when he was elected as a councillor for Bomadi in 1953. Clark later joined the National Council of Nigeria and the Cameroon's NCNC. While a student at Holborn College, he was active in the West African Student Union. Aware also that after the military coup of January 1966, Clark was among a group of delegates from the Middle West who opposed any idea of consideration that were raised at an ad hoc constitutional conference set up by Gowon in 1966. The delegation's mandate was Nigerian unity, and when proposal of loose federation were tabled, the region's delegate asked for adjournment. Further aware that he was later appointed Midwestern Commissioner of Education and Finance, and later Finance from 1966 to 1975. As a Commissioner for Education, he was active in the establishment of the Midwest College of Technology that became the foundation of the University of Benin. Recall that during the Second Republic, he was a member of the National Executive Committee of the National Party of Nigeria, NPN, and was the treasurer of the party in Bender State, now in part Delta State, and previously the Midwestern Region Province. In 1983, he was an elected senator from 1979 to 1983. Also recall that in 2016, Clark founded the Pan-Niger Delta Forum, PANDEV, along with other leaders. The organization's stated objective is to dialogue with stakeholders and lobby for increased attention and implementation of restructuring, development, security policies by the government of Nigeria. Note that he was an Ijaw leader and a politician for Delta State who worked with the administration of the military governor Samuel Ogbomundia and head of state General Yakubu Gowon between 1966 to 1975. In 1960, he was a member of an advisory committee to the military governor of the Midwestern Region Province. David Ejo was appointed Federal Commissioner of Information in 1975. Informed that beginning in 1996, Clark was a self-described leader of the Ijaw nation. He supported the Ijaw ethnic groups in Delta State during an ethnic crisis in Warri and led the Ijaw leadership delegation to meet political leaders. Convinced that Edwin Clark was a nationalist, renowned lawyer, seasoned administrator, philanthropist, and astute advocate for the rise of the Niger Delta, who founded the Edwin Clark Foundation and established a University of Technology in his hometown. Observe that he was a loving father, grandfather, a great-grandfather. He was an amazing man who contributed immensely to his immediate community, Ijaw nations, and the country in general. Accordingly, sir, resolved to 1. Observe a minute's silence in his honor. 2. Send a condolence letter to commiserate with the family, the good people of Ijaw, and the government of Delta State. 3. Urge the federal government to immortalize him by naming a national monument after him. Thank you, Mr. President, for giving me the opportunity to speak.